visual learners. Today we've got something truly game-changing. Imagine an AI-powered device designed by none other than Jony Ive. Yes! The man behind the iPhone, iPad, and so many of Apple's iconic designs. And this time, he's teaming up with Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the brains behind ChatGPT and DALL-E. Together, they're working on a mysterious, top-secret AI device that could reshape the way we interact with technology. If you've been following AI developments, you know Altman's OpenAI is at the forefront of generative AI. ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Codex have made headlines for their ability to transform industries. But before we dive into the project, let's talk about Jony Ive. For over 2 decades, Ive was the mastermind behind some of the most influential products in modern history. The iPhone? That's him. The iPad? Him too. And the Apple Watch? You guessed it, Jony Ive. His minimalist, user-friendly designs have literally shaped the tech world. But in 2019, he left Apple to form his own design firm, Love From, along with Mark Newson, another design legend who worked on the Apple Watch.
Jony Ive, the person that worked alongside Steve Jobs the most and designed everything from the original iPod to the iPhone to the iMac and your MacBook that you're watching this video from. Sir Jonathan Paul Ive was born on the 27th of February 1967 in London, and he's best known for designing some of the most iconic products in the history of tech. Shortly after graduating university, where he studied industrial design at the University of Northumbria in the UK, Jony entered at a product design agency called the Roberts Waver Group, and this was also his university sponsor. Then a year later, Jony joined Tangerine, and the first PowerBooks, by the way, the PowerBook Duo, for example, those were actually designed, the first Apple designed products that Jony Ive was involved in. Jony Ive joined Apple as a full-time employee, so he was working finally directly for Apple at this point.
So there's a designer you mentioned, Jony Ive. You both are brilliant designers, great human beings. There were some battles fought in the distant past between the two of you. Looking back, what is the positive characteristics of Jony that made you a better person and designer, having worked with him?
Watching the process that the design team that Jony led, I don't know where, because that was over years. I didn't see all of those things, but watching the design process of really, because it was really a team that was about materials. It was about form. It was about colors. It was about these physical characteristics. When we talked about this earlier, was design. What is design? Design's everywhere. Okay. So what they were really focused on was form, how the feel was, how it looked, the aesthetics, the physical aesthetics. Mm-hmm. And going through that process, I learned so much in that process about how to do colors, how to do materials, how to think deeply about curves, right? And shadows. And how it would look, not just in your hand, but how it would look in the photograph you were going to take for marketing.
Now here's where things get exciting, but also mysterious. This project is still super secretive, but according to the New York Times, it's an AI-powered computing device designed to be less socially disruptive than the iPhone. Less disruptive? That could mean many things. Perhaps it's more mindful, less addictive, or maybe it blends seamlessly into our lives, avoiding the constant distractions that smartphones cause today. So how did these two powerhouses even come together? It all started over a series of dinners where they discussed the future of AI and its potential in computing. From there, they began envisioning something groundbreaking, an AI-powered device that might change the landscape like the iPhone did, but without the constant pull of notifications and screens. And they're not just dreaming big, they're raising big money too. Altman and Ive have already raised up to $1 billion for this project, and the list of investors includes Laurene Powell Jobs, the widow of Apple's co-founder Steve Jobs. With backing from visionaries like her, this project has the potential to be the next major leap in personal computing. We've seen some AI devices hit the market recently, but they haven't exactly wowed consumers. Take the $700 Humane AI pin. It was supposed to project information onto your hand or any surface, but it's been met with mixed reviews. Or the Rabbit R1 handheld device that couldn't live up to its promises. What makes this new device different? Well, The details are still emerging, but with Ive's design brilliance and Altman's AI expertise, the potential is huge. At a time when we're more distracted than ever by our phones, the idea of a device that offers a more mindful, less invasive experience is, well, kind of refreshing, don't you think? What will this AI-powered device look like? How will it change the way we live and work? Only time will tell. But with Jony Ive and Sam Altman leading the charge, we can expect nothing short of revolutionary.
The designer of the iPhone and the creator of ChatGPT are teaming up. This is huge. All right, so Jony Ive, who's the famous designer who designed the iPhone, is collaborating with Sam Altman, who's the CEO of OpenAI, who makes ChatGPT. They're working on a brand new AI device. This could be the next big leap in tech gadgets. Imagine devices that not only look great, but can also handle complex tasks way beyond what current software can manage. It's like having an iPhone mixed with super smart AI. So what kind of device are they cooking up? The project's still in its baby stages, and honestly, we don't actually know. There are only 10 people working on this, but they were operating from a 32,000 square foot office in San Francisco. This means they have a team of experts who know what they're doing. If this device brings the ease and intuitiveness of the iPhone but supercharges it with AI, it could change the way we interact with tech entirely. When can we expect to see it? Well, obviously, this information is still under wraps and we don't quite know. And while it's frustrating to not know, they're taking the time to get it right, and that's what matters.
Let's bring in Deirdre Bosa with more in today's Tech Check. Deirdre?
Kelly, you're referring to that Jony Ive profile in the New York Times over the weekend. In it, there was tons of fascinating tidbits, from Ive's personal reinvention after leaving Apple to his real estate shopping spree and his budding partnership with who else? Sam Altman. Now, Ive confirmed to the Times that he is working on a new device with the OpenAI CEO and could raise up to $1 billion in funding by the end of the year. Now, it underscores this notion that Altman is one of the most powerful people in tech at the moment, cutting deals with mega caps to tap into their massive distribution channels, while at the same time building products that compete with them. Take Apple. Altman cut a deal to put ChatGPT on the iPhone, but the collaboration with Ive, that could potentially be an iPhone killer. That is a new computing device made for and in the age of generative AI. In a similar vein, Altman received billions of dollars from Microsoft to grow OpenAI while building an enterprise AI offering that could eventually compete with Microsoft's. Keyword here, of course, Kelly, is eventually. There's still a long way to go. The incumbents are very well capitalized. They're cutting deals of their own to stay ahead, like the take-unders designed to gain talent and skirt regulatory scrutiny. But if it wasn't already clear, Altman is a kingmaker in the space. His reach and influence is only set to grow as OpenAI nears the closing of its latest $6.5 billion funding round, which would be the largest VC round of.
That's all for today, visual learners. What do you think this secret AI device could be? A smartphone replacement? A whole new category of tech? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this incredible story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.